Decision 2020, Republicans are making China an issue in Arizona's U.S. Senate race. You've probably seen the ads by now. Republican Senator Martha McSally has attacked Democratic candidate Mark Kelly as being cozy with China. The claim based on a Chinese investor in a Tucson company that Kelly helped to get off the ground. Team 12's political insider Bram Resnick investigated McSally's claim. Here's what he found.
Here's hype man Mark Kelly pitching products in China.
Former astronaut Mark Kelly taking some heat.
Kelly's personal business is part owned by a Chinese firm called an arm of the Chinese Communist Party.
Senator Martha McSally and her Republican allies claim Kelly's personal business is connected to China's Communist Party. Let's examine those claims.
We're going to give people the opportunity to see the planet like I got to see it as an astronaut.
The business is Tucson-based Worldview Enterprises. Kelly was one of the founders after he retired as an astronaut.
We deploy state-of-the-art, lighter-than-air stratolites, vehicles with sensors and navigation hardware attached to giant balloons, into the stratosphere.
Worldview's balloons can track weather, do mapping, and perform surveillance. But Kelly left the business last year. The Senate candidate's 2019 financial disclosure form shows Kelly gave up his job as a Worldview strategic advisor as he announced his Senate run in 2019. He was paid $4,379.84 for his work last year. Kelly does hold Worldview stock with a paper value of $100,000 to $250,000. Kelly also has options to buy more stock. The paper value on that is $15,000 to $50,000. The Chinese connection to Worldview is a company called Tencent.
Tencent has acquired and invested in so many companies, it's almost impossible to figure out where it starts and where it ends.
Tencent is a social media giant whose WeChat super app is embedded in the lives of 1 billion people.
These companies are not messing around. They're not content with just being behind the Chinese firewall. They want to go global.
According to Worldview, Tencent owns less than 5% of the Tucson business, and the Chinese company has no means of control or access to inside information.
The Chinese government is very interested in data, right? Just the way Facebook and Google are interested in data, but in this case, it's the Chinese government.
China expert Doug Guthrie at ASU's Thunderbird School of Global Management provided a big picture on Tencent's investment. He says they appear to be in step with the Chinese government's ambitions.
And in those cases, we probably want to think about it a little bit. We want to think about what that means.
The Mark Kelly campaign sent us this statement. Mark's experience as a test pilot and an astronaut enabled him to help found Worldview in Tucson, where it has created good-paying jobs. He served as an advisor, assisting with flight safety. Mark has long said that China is an adversary that must be dealt with alongside our allies. In Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.